So get your bananas ready and peel them. The next step is to get yourself a nice chopping board with a nice sharp knife and start slicing your bananas. I'm going to keep them about this size, not too thin, not too thick. It really, to be honest, the shape doesn't really matter as long as they're not extremely thin, because they may end up getting mushed. Now that all our bananas are beautifully sliced, it's time to move them to a baking tray. Now, get yourself a nice baking tray. Don't worry, we're not going to be baking anything. This tray is just going to help us line our banana slices and pop them in the freezer. But the next step you're going to need to do is add parchment paper. This will avoid for the bananas sticking to the tray and making a mess and a chaos. So always make sure you add non-stick parchment paper. And now what we're going to do next is just add our bananas. So as you can see, all the banana slices have been added quite closely together, but nothing is sticking together. They all have their room and space. If they stick together, it's gonna be a mess. So try to avoid anything sticking together. Now, you have to add this tray to the freezer for about 30 minutes. Alrighty, so it's been about 35 minutes and you can see that the banana slices have solidified. Now after 30 minutes, it's important to check and see whether they've actually hardened a bit. If they're still very soft, then you should probably leave them for another half an hour or so. Now, what we're going to do now is transfer our banana slices to our freezer-friendly bag. And there we have it. Our bananas are moved to our freezer bag. And now what you're going to do is just close that. Make sure you remove the air from the bag nicely. Now, pop this in the freezer for another couple of hours and then you're free to use the banana slices whichever way you like. So now that you know how to freeze your bananas, you're probably wondering, well, what do I use them for? Now, there are multiple different ways you can use frozen bananas for. I'm gonna name a few. Number one is smoothies. Number two is ice cream. Just add your frozen bananas into a blender with a splash of milk, add dairy-free milk if you're vegan, blend that up, and that makes an indulgent, creamy, sweet, healthy ice cream alternative. You can use it in banana bread, muffins, even cakes. You can make nice creams, aka smoothie bowls. About 95% of all smoothie bowls are made using frozen fruit. So having bananas ready to go can always be a great option for you when you're craving a smoothie bowl. And many other ways you can use them as well. Personally, one of the most common way that I use them is when I have too many bananas and I just know I won't be able to eat them or use them all. So I tend to slice them up, pop them in the freezer, and then use them whenever I need them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any recommendations, any suggestions, please pop them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps more than you think. Have a great day, guys. Bye!